Well, good morning, everybody. It's time for Friday morning model cars and coffee. And we're starting here like we did about 3 Fridays ago, I guess it's been. Rearranging the case. I did the little race car, tow car, trailer stuff. And I got them all done and redid them, put them in the case there. So that's what I was going for there. Get them all in one spot here. And that's how it turned out. And I got room right back there for the shop truck and the 32 I'm working on now. If I do more, I'll have to figure it out where they go later. So anyway, that's how that turned out. We're all done with that. So now let's mosey in the other room here and we'll see what we got for this Friday. And I want to stop off here and show you all my Greg Fury binders that he's been sending me. He sent me 6 Deer Park Drag Stripper Union t-shirts, which is pretty cool. There's another one, but it's in the dirty laundry because I wore it the other day. But they go all the way around there. And then I finally got to meet him. He left me a note with the last batch and said he had to bring by 3 boxes and wanted to know when I'd be here. So I got to meet the guy. Pretty neat old guy. And he sent me all those. So I got lots of stuff to go through. And it's going to be fun. Lots of cool pictures. I'm going to show you some today real quick after done looking at the cars. But there's another folder there that I got some pictures out I'm going to show you. So let's go over here and we'll see who showed up. And we'll take our coffee here. Ooh, there it is. And we'll set it down. And I told you I'd show you the color. So here, I'm going to try sitting down and hold the phone and not drop anything or fall. So that's what color I painted it. Nothing elaborate, just white. I figure that white and red really pops. It'll look good sitting on the trailer behind that thing. And these here, those there auto shield ought to look pretty good on the white there. So that's what we're doing there. Okay, I'm gonna set you up here so I can my new camera angle, and we'll see what showed up. So hang on just a second. Okay, we're back, and here's what showed up first. Trying this new camera angle out again here, and I'm probably going to bump it a few times till I get used to where everything is and how much room I have and my Mickey Mouse setup here. But monogram 39 Chevy coupe. Built this back in probably mid 80s, 85, 86 or so. Took it to a couple shows in Portland in probably 86, 87. Neat color. One of those testers colors from way back. They were like for real cars or something. I forget what they called them. It's got some of those Otaki or whatever they were from way back. Wheel and tire sets. Came in a little bubble pack set. I had a set of those I put on there. And let's see. This hood here is off the 39 panel. The one that come with the 39 coupe didn't have sides, so I swapped it out. I'll show you here in a second. But there's the motor we did. This is the one right out of the kit. Did some wiring and stuff. I'll pick it up here in a minute and try showing you. Here we go. Hopefully I don't bump everything. But that's what we did on the motor there. Got the fuel lines, wire loom, spark plug wires, little fuel block there. And this is back before a lot of the Whoops, see, I told you I was going to bump the camera. Hang on. It'll be over in a second. Okay, here we go. And then there's the throttle linkage. Kind of made it by referencing some magazine. And then there's the alternator wire down in there. Brake lines right there. And this way I can kind of move it and get it to focus. That's working kind of good. Radiator hose. Then on this one, I see if I got my little thingy here. I cut the doors open. I'll get out there where you can see it better. And put a little bit of that lower stuff on the seat there, just in the middle. And on the top of the seat. Yeah, you can see it pretty good from here, but not in the camera. And we cut this door open too. The hinges still work pretty good after all these years. Let's see here. Yeah, pretty good. There we go. And I put some gray cloth up in the back window. You can kind of see the seat better. I got the little lower stuff in there. Right there. Got carpet in it. And put some armrests on it. Is that open wider? No. And put the little velour stuff on the door panels there. There you go, and get a look at that. There's a little hinge I made. This is like maybe my third or fourth opening doors thing I've ever did, so it turned out pretty good. It's a neat kit. Let's close the doors here and we'll take a look underneath. I'll probably bump the camera again, but what the heck. Here, the doors shut pretty good and not much of a gap. I didn't color sand this. I wasn't color sanding back when I did this. Right after this one, I started color sanding. But I got the valve stem in there on the wheels, if you can see it. Yeah, a little valve stem in there. And then, oh, jeez. Did you see that? I almost dropped it. See, that's why I'd rather move the camera, especially with my old builds, because I don't know what's going to fall off. But there's the chassis. And I lowered it by cutting the leaf springs off of the front suspension and the rear axle and putting lowering blocks, if you can see them right there. Put lowering blocks in there. Then I made with some paper clips, I made some shackle clamps or leaf spring clamps there. Kind of look a little realistic. Then I got the fuel line there, goes along the frame with the little brackets. I got the brake line up there, goes along the frame with little brackets. And then it comes across, real thin like piano wire. And I got braided looking holes up here for the brake lines in the front, and the little piano wire solid going across there. And then you can see, maybe here you can see the fuel lines coming down. And I got a little block there where it shoots off to the rear and the front. Got a little dipstick right there. An oil pan. Got a little starter wire there. So it was a lot of fun doing this. Not, there's still these little things here, you didn't think about back then, but it was a fun build. I really enjoyed it. Let's see if I can get a better shot of the interior. Not too much in there. I did red plastic for the gauge cluster like they did back in the day, and then you turn the key on, it would light up. It's all digital. They just don't light up, but that was the effect I was going for. And aluminum tips for the exhaust there. I don't think I have a Saba plate on this, no. So anyway, that's that one. It was a fun build. It's held up pretty good over the years. I've displayed it a few times, not in the last 10-15 years though, but it was out and about there for a while. when I moved up here from Portland. And it's just a neat car. I love that body style. And that color works really well. I wish I would have color sanded it, but I didn't know then. Nice and low. Love it. Okay, the next one that showed up here is kind of a twin, but not. The 39 panel. And see, this is the hood that went on the coupe, because you need no sides. And this one here's held up pretty well. That antenna held up since, let's see, I probably did this one about a year or two after that one, so this is probably 86, 87. I don't think it was 88. The antenna held up till about 6 months ago when I was moving it, and finally I caught it and I broke it off. And the little gas tank filler, that fell off. But yeah, this one here, you know, the back door opens up with the kit, so I used white in there, and I upholstered the seats and the sides. You can see it there. Probably not. That's why I like moving the phone instead of the car. And I made little sills things around the bottom and across the back, and I made the hinges with the kit move pretty good. I put a headliner in it, but you probably can't see it. Maybe we'll try looking at that later. Got the brown carpet in there. And this one here also, we did the opening doors, and they held up pretty good. You gotta lift it a little bit. Let's see here. We'll get it. Hang on a second here. There we go. So that gives you, sees you the tan and white interior and the carpet in there, maybe. That's about as white as that one goes. Yeah, let's see. This one I color sanded. One of the first, if not the first I ever did. The guy in the Saba Model Car Club in Portland. I was color sanding cars, but he gave me some pointers on how to color sand a model. Little bit different. A little swirly scratch on a big car you don't see, but on a little one, jumps right out. So let's see, we got this door open too, and it opens pretty good. And there's interior on that. I got regular gauges in that. Pedals coming up from the floor, kind of realistic, I guess. And there's the door panel, white with the armrest out of something, probably a Camaro or something. There's a good shot of the back with the, this is that square felt, I think is what you get at the craft shop. And this here is that vinyl looking stuff that came in those, I don't have one here. Oh, maybe I do have one. No, I don't have one handy. They're painted. Those upholstery kits I showed you a while back that you used to be able to buy back in the early 60s. I snagged that out of one of them, and it looks pretty good. Again, the color sanding on this, tip it up here a little bit. Doors work really good for as old as is, except for the factory one, obviously. But there you can kind of see, pretty smooth. Not super shiny, but pretty smooth. I was happy with it for my first one. And back then there was no sanding kits, you know, with the 8 million grit or whatever it is. Back then you just use automotive ultra fine, the black wet and dry sandpaper, and you just rubbed it, and then you used automotive compound and automotive wax, and that's what you came up with. And I still do that a lot because I had one of those sanding kits, but it worked good, and then it didn't. So I went back to this, probably just because they were getting old, and I never did get a new one. But that, I got to take a look at the motor here. Yeah, this one here, motor from the kit. It's got the little 427 on the valve covers, which is cool. I might have changed the air cleaner, I'm not sure. But let's see if we can drop this one, and we'll pick it up here and get a look at the motor engine, whatever the hell you want to call it. And again, I got the spark plug wires and the wire looms, and I got braided fuel lines on this one. Didn't do the double pumper. Got the little fuel block there right on the head. And again, back in the day, even now, I don't buy the fittings and stuff. I just paint the little red and blue on the, ooh, that's not, there we go. Can you see it? There we go, a little red and blue on the end of the fuel line there to look like fittings. One thing about it is I can move the car around better to get it to focus, so that's kind of cool. And white headers and the radiator holes. See the fan in there? It's got a fan in front of the radiator with the wire running to it. Got the alternator down there with some wires, the red wire coming up, running along the valve cover. We'll switch it around here. Again, a scratch built linkage. Where are we at? There we go. And the little V-looking linkage thing, that's also scratch built from real thin plastic. Drill a hole in it. Then little pieces of piano wire stuck in the hole. This is back when I could see. Let's see if we can get that to focus a little better. Hang on here. I'm gonna try. Oh, I guess that's pretty good right there. There we go. You can kind of see the real fine piano wire there, and the little linkages that I made and everything. And then there's the, where am I at here? Well, this is weird. And the fuel line, I mean the brake line there going down and everything. Okay, let's flip this over real quick, because I want to show you some pictures real quick, because they're really cool. And there's the chassis, same color, little bit lighter on the frame. Guitar string for the fuel line there. It's a little guitar string bracket. I should have done that on this 32. I forgot about that. And there's a little, I don't know what that is, starter or something maybe, I don't know. Yeah, it's supposed to go to the battery. And then if you look up here I used piano wire for the brake lines. Comes out a little block. What do you call that? Where all the brake lines go into it, right up here, so it splits off. Anyway, that's up there on top of the frame. There's a brake lines going across a little bracket to hold it. This has the Saba plate on it, I'll show you. And there's the brake lines going across, little block there. And this one here is held up pretty good, except the front tire over the years, it just started sagging. I put these little things along here. Looked a lot better back in the day, but it's just kind of warping, just to kind of give it a little pleat looking thing to that. So, this is, oh, I guess I should tell you the main thing here. I narrowed the frame and put the big meats on it. Didn't do tubs. I don't know why. That's a good question. I guess because I figured they were underneath the seats. Didn't realize you could see it so well until after I built it. Did the same thing with the lowering blocks here on the front. I just cut the leaf springs off, put the lowering blocks on. Same here. I used a pin head there for the shocks. And as a drive line, we all know who I'm referencing there. And see, I got the little pin heads there to cover the old holes where the springs mounted. And fun kit. This was fun. I built this not too long after the other one, because that 39 coupe went together so well. There's the Saab Scale Auto Builders Association Northwest down in Portland. I was with them guys for quite a while. Great group, awesome guys. They're still going strong too. I mean, this is back in the 80s, so they were going before that. Bob Paith and Ron Martinovich, I think, were the founding members. You've heard me talk about Bob Paith before. Anyway, let's put the hood on this. I think I talked about it enough. There we go, the headlights. I don't know what happened there. He got nobody opened the door into it, or he never got scuffed in the parking lot. There's a little scuff right there. That's interesting. Anyway, I'm gonna put you on pause again so I can get the camera up a little higher. You see, there's a coffee right there. I gotta drink a coffee while I've got the camera off. And then I'm going to show you some pictures really cool. And apologize for the long video, but you'll like the pictures. Hang on. Okay, are we going? We're going. All right, real quick. This is a long one. I'm sorry. I thought with 2 cars it wouldn't be that long, but I had to tell you a lot about those. This is in Seattle. Obviously back in the day. Very cool picture. Nice and glossy, so sorry about the glare, but they're colored. And look at the cars in the background. The old 63 4-door, the Cadillac, the 57. Just super cool. It's like they're walking it up to the line. This one I think is in Deer Park, I think. I kind of recognize those mountains. Maybe not, I don't know. But that's a neat dragster there. Again, very cool cars in the background. Another 57 convertible, looks like. That little Mercury, I think, right there. A little Rambler thing right there. Very cool. Look at that cool jet dragster, or whatever you want to call it. That's a neat little pickup behind there. That's in Seattle. This is in Seattle. Another awesome picture, colored with all those cool cars in the background. Dragster front and center, that neat pickup. Oh, it's like a little 47 Chev, 48 Chev right back there. Little wheelies way back there. This is a local car. I used to work for Wendell Ford. I worked there for 10 years. They sponsored a car back in the 60s. Very cool. This is a local car, I believe. Vern Massey. Local guy. Very cool car. Look at that. That's just crazy. Look at the crazy stuff back then. There's another local guy. This is at Deer Park. Just north of Spokane. Come off the line. Guy's holding his ears. This is obviously not forever. That's just a cool picture. The famous funny car guys back in the day around this time. Really cool cars. This is a Thrifty Auto dragster, sponsored by Thrifty Auto Supply. And this is their display at one of the car shows. I think this might have been before the Auto Boat and Speed Show. It was called something else. But look at all the cool stuff in their display. I like to have one of those big barrels there. I like to have that oil can rack for all my oil cans. Look at all the oil cans up there. So I had go-kart. My son's going to go nuts over that. Okay, this is here Vern Massey and Don Wilbur. This is in Seattle, but they're from here. Real famous car. It was in Hot Rod, an article about it, I believe, maybe a few other magazines. Sweet little push car there. There's a better picture of it. Vern Massey, Don Wilbur. They're both gone now. We lost him just a couple of years ago. He's the one that started the Auto Boat and Speed Show back in the early 60s. And had it going, almost made it to 50. And they had to stop at 49. And then someone took over to make it to 50 because Don Wilbur was sick. But that is a really cool car. And this is just a cool one from Seattle. Gordy Bonin, I think he was from around here somewhere. But look at all the stuff in the background. Very cool. And that's Greg Fury, one of his cars from back in the day. That's just, let's see if we can make a drag car in a weekend. And it looks like they pulled it off. 6-cylinder, really cool. All right, guys, I took up enough of your time. Thanks for watching. Real quick thank you to everybody. Appreciate you watching this. I hope you enjoy it. I love doing this. I love bringing you, builds, and I love showing you the old pictures. I might have to start another channel for doing that. I don't know. My son suggested that. Anyway, I'm out of here. Thanks again. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And I'll see you in a few days with an update. So take care. Bye.